Crypto has been extremely choppy. There is no doubt about that. Today, we did get a little bit of an update on one catalyst that feels like it's been weighing the market down a little bit. And also, we have a resurgence in on-chain tokens. So in this video, I'm going to go over whether these two catalysts are bullish long-term for the crypto market and why it does feel like sentiment is picking up a little bit for those who are still involved day to day in the crypto space. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, be sure to drop down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more every single week here on In the Money. We have you covered top to bottom with everything you need to win across crypto and prediction markets. We have 5 videos a week here for you guys to dive in and get all of the alpha. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. And I want to shout out one of our sponsors to start the video, which is OmenX. So if you're into trading, if you're into prediction markets, this is the place for you. I actually did take a position here on Germany at 72 cents. And this is one of the first leverage trading prediction market platforms. So you can go up to 5x leverage on these different markets. So you don't have to risk as much. But if you feel proficient in crypto trading as far as perps and you're proficient in prediction markets, this is definitely for you. So check out OmenX down below. Let's go ahead and dive into the video. We are looking at the market today, and over 24 hours, I mean, things are looking pretty good. We see Hyperliquid up 7%, one of our biggest positions in the portfolio here on In the Money. We see other altcoins kind of just in that few percentile range. But most importantly, we see Bitcoin up 1.5% and Ethereum bouncing 3.6%. Now, you might be wondering, why are these tokens pumping? Or why are we seeing, they're not really pumping, but why are we seeing a little bit of resurgence? Because over the last few weeks, I'm not going to lie to you, like everything going on with MicroStrategy felt extremely bearish. Yes, they bought us up all the way from 15K to $126,000. They bought hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin to bring us up to those levels. But at the same time, they started selling. And Michael Saylor is this big advocate of, we're never selling Bitcoin. And then they have to cover their yield on the stretch asset. And then the stretch price is kind of decoupled a little bit. So a lot of things going on with MicroStrategy had people nervous. Like, is this thing going to blow up in the short term? Well, when we actually look at it here, and Pio, take this with a grain of salt. He is a good friend of mine, but he is a extreme MicroStrategy bull. So he says MicroStrategy bears are going to get destroyed. Their USD reserve is now at 2.55 billion. Stretch rate is raised to 12%. They have $1 billion buyback program authorized to sell 1.25 billion of Bitcoin and 3.8 billion in liquidity to pay dividends for almost 26 months. So this gives MicroStrategy at least a runway to cover their obligations in the short term. This is great as far as, I think, short-term crypto price action, short to midterm, right? This is a 26-month basically runway play to cover those dividends. So to me, this is bullish for the short to midterm. But the thing about Saylor and the thing about MicroStrategy is they're going to have to continue to borrow, over leverage, and dip into that Bitcoin stack to cover all of this yield long term. So we'll see what happens there. But certainly in the short term, this is bullish for the market. Moving on down the ladder, another thing that I feel like is kind of a parasite to the crypto space are these treasury companies. But we see Bitmine now acquiring another 27,000 ETH. Tom Lee is the type of guy that's going to tell you that it's going to $10,000 next week, but I don't really think that you can rely on that whatsoever. He is just a blind bull, but we are seeing continuous activity from MicroStrategy restructuring to Bitmine just doubling down on their conviction on Ethereum. Another big catalyst we're having on-chain this week is on-chain tokens. For lack of a better term, people are in the trenches again. And over the course of this weekend, this 𝗪𝗏 token was launched. 𝗪𝗏, obviously, one of the more popular faces on crypto Twitter. Crypto God John said his motion is unmatched. Any KOL that would try to bite off of this meta and make a coin would fail miserably. I absolutely agree with that. I think that as far as someone that could lead like a CTO on a creator coin, this is the only person that probably could have done it this successfully, because we've seen derivatives. We've seen people make like TJR coins and 𝗪𝗏 coins and all this different stuff. But 𝗪𝗏 is like big piece of like the culture as far as high level crypto Twitter, etc. This coin's at $100 million market cap. He's been airdropping a ton of the supplies. He has huge supply control on this thing. So this has been an interesting thing to see unfold. And more importantly, it begs the question of like, are these types of things good for crypto? And you could probably weigh it in two different barbells. If it is abandoned and treated like Trump, well, first and foremost, he's giving out so much supply that it's nothing like Trump at all. But at the same time, these things could be an extraction event like Trump, but 𝗪𝗏 didn't launch this. He was just airdropped the majority of the supply and decided, you know what, I'm going to make this worthwhile for the people that were buying it. So he's kind of just leading this token and leading the charge. But it kind of makes you ask the question, like, are on-chain tokens, meme coins, different like narratives that might not last forever? Like, I mean, if you're going to buy this coin at $100 million market cap, I don't know that that's the smartest thing to do, you know, just quite honestly. But at the same time, like, is the degenerate on-chain narrative where people are trading meme coins, is that actually healthy for bringing new incumbents into crypto? I would actually have to argue that it is. Retail flocks to this type of stuff. Retail does not want to buy Bitcoin. They don't want to buy Ethereum. They don't want to buy XRP. Okay. Like, crypto has evolved so much. And also crypto has screwed so many people over as far as even holding the top flight coins, like, you know, avalanches or Bitcoins. They just see the price action and like, you know, it's too risky for me. But meme coins for retail traders provide this unique opportunity to go from 0 to hero, or, you know, from a 1 to 10 moment, whatever you want to call it. And I think that on chain and just seeing people winning massively and just these random opportunities that pop up, I have to say, I think it's bullish for bringing retail into crypto. More onboarding, more traditional outlets, maybe talking about these types of things on TikTok and Instagram, that type of stuff. Like, we really live on YouTube and X. All the people who post content and consume content in the crypto space. There's not really people that have broke out beyond that. I think these types of things, you know, bringing back on chain. And I like this take as well from Camel, saying that 𝗪𝗏 actually didn't save on-chain trading. FOMO did. Now, FOMO is like a social trading app where you can actually follow people to trade. So it's been quite interesting to see. And I'm also long SOL currently. This has been playing out quite nicely. Still in progress to pass this prop firm challenge with Proper. But, you know, slowly but surely we will get there. I am long currently on SOL. And I think that this will continue to go up as long as 𝗪𝗏 continues to go up. So these types of things spark catalysts and narratives and like derivatives and different ways of things. We've seen this in the 2024 meme season. A lot of people look back on that time as like, oh, it was such a parasite to crypto. But I actually think it brought some of the best opportunities to a lot of people who were just paying attention and were on the timeline and were terminally online, right? So really, I think it's good for bringing retail back into the space. Obviously, you have to be careful. You can't be buying every coin that pops up. I think that that's very negative. But at the same time, it's going to bring a lot of hope and, you know, the feeling that you actually can make money in crypto again, because it's been really hard for most people to make money in crypto for quite some time. So let's break it down so far. Number one, MicroStrategy, bullish in the midterm because, you know, he's going to have to restructure again. He's going to have to either raise money, continue to sell Bitcoin to cover his obligations, change the dividend yield rate, whatever the case is. So for the next year and a half, 2 years before that impending 26 months expires, yeah, very bullish. They're going to continue buying, but they're also going to sell some of their Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens as far as the long term with MicroStrategy. He'll have to figure out another way out of the situation again. But midterm, very bullish on MicroStrategy. That doesn't mean I'm buying the stock. I'm saying bullish for Bitcoin because now we don't have this like, what is going to happen with MicroStrategy? They've kind of cleared up the air as to exactly what they're doing. They're authorized to sell $1.25 billion of Bitcoin, but you know they're not going to do it on the chart. They're going to sell it over the counter. So that's not going to strictly affect the direct price of Bitcoin. And then, of course, on-chain. I think bullish if we want retail to come back, if we want alts to come back, a little bit of spark, bring narratives to the table, you know, like at the same time as, yes, if you buy the top of a meme coin and get wrecked, you're going to absolutely hate it. But if you're early, if you're online during some of these events, like a Pepe or a Chill Guy or a Flog or a Trump coin even, that's an opportunity that is literally once in a lifetime, potentially, if you catch these things. The amount of people that are up hundreds of thousands of dollars on this token just because they were available at this time. Like, and most people weren't. This was Saturday night at 6 o'clock my time where this thing started ripping. I mean, I know I wasn't available, or, I wasn't terminally online at that point in time. So like, there's so many opportunities for those who are just in the trenches and really dedicated to it. And I think this could bring retail back into the space. So here's what I'm doing. Here is what I'm doing currently. My current recipe to win the rest of the year is accumulate the cycle leaders. You guys know this. I like Venice, I like Hyperliquid, I like NEAR, and I like Tau. I still do kind of like Zcash, but after that latest kind of compromise, I'm not the biggest, hyper bull on it, but I think Hyperliquid is a must. I think Venice and NEAR protocol are must holds, and I think Tau will absolutely bounce back crazily whenever the time comes. So that's number one. Number two is remain liquid for these types of plays. Make sure you have stable coins already on chain. Don't be rushing to Coinbase to deposit stables and then have to send it off to your wallet. You're going to miss potentially millions in market cap on these big runners if that happens. So make sure on chain that you keep stable coins. So I said remain liquid to buy narratives and runners when they pop up, just like Ansem. And then I think being proficient in prediction markets, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, is actually going to be key, because you're going to see a Polymarket airdrop. You're going to see predict.fun airdrop. You might see a limitless airdrop. You might see an opinion airdrop. There's going to be these big catalysts for the next 6 months with these token launches. They're all probably going to piggyback off of Polymarket. So I think having proficiency in trading these markets is really going to take you far as the long term. So make sure you have these cycle leaders for when the time comes, the market turns back around. We've seen over and over, that's where the liquidity is going. Stuff like VVV, Hyperliquid, NEAR protocol, etc. Make sure you keep stable coins on the side for these types of opportunities. You never want to be racing and scrambling or having to sell your bags to get into a new position. And especially if you're going to trade these types of coins, make sure you are doing it with a stack of capital that is not going to make or break you. And then last but certainly not least, I think having proficiency in prediction markets is really going to get you far as getting a huge airdrop, but it is a whole nother wave of trading and a way to make profit on chain in a completely different manner that is detached from the crypto market. So that's what I'm doing. And that's what we're going to actually be doing full time in the money Discord server. So we are a few days from launch on this. We're just making a couple adjustments on the back end. I think we will be launching next week here for just $50 a month. You can get me and my team's trades across crypto and prediction markets. You're going to see exactly my theses, my leverage trades, my different spot accumulations. We have a guy that's just absolutely crushing in Memecoins. I'm pretty sure he caught the Ansem token. I'm pretty sure he's been absolutely crushing the trenches. And I've just seen his trades that he sends me. And I know he's been absolutely printing. So for $50 a month, you can come in here and get all of my prediction market trades, my crypto trades, and we have a team of expert traders to help you and guide you along the way. So check that out down below. You can get in for $50 a month right now. So guys, like the video down below and subscribe to the channel. A lot going on in crypto, even though it doesn't feel like it. And yes, this was not the biggest alpha video, much more of a high level conversation about what MicroStrategy is doing, what this on-chain narrative, is this going to be good for crypto long-term? I definitely think it would bring more eyes back to the space. And at the end of the day, eyes bring liquidity. Liquidity brings price action. Price action will then just continue to speak for itself. Price action is the best marketing. So that's a great flywheel for us to potentially get back on the map, maybe catch up to some of the stuff that's been happening in the stock market, because crypto has not been very forgiving. But I think that some of these catalysts could actually bring a lot of attention back into the crypto space. So guys, I'll see you on tomorrow's video. As always, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Trade responsibly, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.